Welcome to the Solar Line Business Babes podcast. My name is Susan Francis and I'm a mindset manifestation expert, business coach and mentor helping women quantum leap their business success and make the seemingly impossible a reality. And if you're here, you've been called here for a reason. You know within your soul that you are capable of so much more, and I'm here to help you unlock your full potential and manifest your dream life and business. It is my mission to empower female entrepreneurs to connect back to their soul, to their true calling, and to create a business from a place of alignment and purpose. So if you're struggling with hard work and force in your business, then get ready to let go of everything you think you know. It's time to forget all the stress, all the strategies, all the hustle, and instead unlock the secret to manifesting your next level of abundance. Join me as I deep dive into creating a business that flows, teach you how to trust your intuition, create a mindset of abundance, experience more joy, and to learn how to become magnetic to the money and success you desire. I have a down-to-earth, strictly no BS approach and make the woo-woo seem logical and actionable. I know that the knowledge, tools, and insights I share will change your life and the way you approach your business forever. And I'm excited to help you expand. Let's get started. Welcome back to another episode. So today we're going to be talking about letting go, really releasing the outcome of your desires, really being able to let them go. And this is such an important topic to go over because often we are so attached to the outcome. We're so attached to our desire. There is actually a lot of neediness and desperation around it, right? We're often operating, if you're not in check, if you don't know how to sort of really check into this, often we can go through our life operating from a place of lack. And, you've probably heard the saying, right? If you love something, set it free, right? The way to attract love into your life, to have a loving, passionate, wonderful relationship is not to be clingy and needy and desperate, right? So if I liken it to a relationship, it's probably easier for you to understand. When you need someone, when you're desperate, when you're like ringing someone 10 times a day and sending them 50 messages a day and like constantly on them and like just needing their attention to feel okay, hopefully you've realized in hindsight, if you've had a relationship like this, that is a desperate energy and no one likes that. No one likes that neediness, right? No one likes that. It feels icky, right? It's just like, give me some space, right? It's a desperate energy. And it's the same in your business. Now, like I said, I really encourage all my clients to set goals, to have very, very specific goals, of course, a long-term vision, but a short-term goal to work on. So it's recording this, it's the beginning of November. So what's the goal for November, right? Really checking in with what's the goal for this month. Now, when you tune into that goal, how are you really feeling about it? Are your emotions tied to the absence of your desire? So for example, if you need your manifestation or your goal to feel good about yourself, then you're repelling it. Now, we've talked about this in sort of other ways, but I kind of wanted to attack it from a different angle, because everything that we desire is because we feel that the receiving of it will make us feel better, right? We're always seeking an emotion. So if you've got a goal, I want to sign more clients, I want to, attract more money this month, then the reason that you're doing that is because you believe that receiving those things will make you feel better, right? You're looking for that emotion. You're thinking that, if I get to, 20K a month, or whatever it is this month, and then I'll feel successful, right? But the problem is that if you're operating from a place of when I get the goal, then I will feel good enough, you're operating from a place of lack and desperation. You're operating from that place of neediness. It's like, I need to get that goal, otherwise I'm not good enough. Otherwise I feel like a failure, right? And you can't get there from there, right? You can't get there from there. And this is the other really important thing to realize, is that you actually have the ability to activate that feeling now, right? you have the ability, like, if you're wanting a 20K month and you are wanting that feeling of feeling successful, it's really about activating that energy now, because we know that like attracts like. We live in this, the law of attraction. You'll attract how you feel about things. So if you need the goal to feel okay, then you are literally repelling it from you. So you can have all the desire you want, but if you need it to happen, it's operating from a place of lack, right? So if you need the goal to feel successful or to feel good enough or to feel worthy, then it simply can't come to you because you're not an energetic match to it, right? You're not vibrating at the same place. You're just not a match to it. You need to know that you're okay enough right now. You need to feel okay now. You need to feel like a success now, right? Because, like I said, operating from that place of lack, it just doesn't create what you want. So, put all your focus on how can you feel those feelings of having that now in your business. No matter where you're at, how can you activate the feelings that you're actually seeking now, right? And gratitude is a great place to start. Certainly being grateful for where you're at in your business, for everything that you have achieved so far, the clients you're working with, the money that you've made, really tuning into that. Gratitude is super, super powerful. But you must master your emotions, right? You must master these emotions, because quite often people have this very, very strong desire, but it's riddled with fear, right? It's riddled with fear. And, often the bigger the desire, the more fear and lack and desperation attached to it, right? If you've got anything on the line, you just can't get there from there. And, I've got a bit of a confession to make. 2 months ago, I had my quietest month in business I'd had for a long time, right? I had my quietest month. Really super low for me, super low. And the reason I want to share this is because this is exactly the lesson that I had to learn, right? This is the lesson that I had to learn. I have certainly done a lot of work around all of this stuff, around energy, around understanding resistance, about releasing it. I work on it every single day. It's like a daily practice. It's the most important thing I do in my business. But I'm human. I'm not perfect. And there's always another level and there's always something else to let go of. And, I'd created success, which was great. I'd sort of had a certain level of success, but every time a new month rolled over, to be honest, I was sort of, at the start of the month, I was kind of eager, but then if things didn't start, moving quickly and I didn't sort of, perhaps I wasn't signing new clients quick enough, there was this feelings that sort of crept in of like, oh my God, what if I'm not going to reach my goal? Like, what if I'm going to fail? What if I'm not going to get there? And so a couple of months ago, I had my quietest month. And so it was the best month and the worst month. And it was the worst month in the sense that I didn't really make much money, but it was the best month because it's what I really, really had to learn to be able to let go, right? So what I needed to learn is to just really deeply, deeply on a whole new level connect with my worthiness, connect with my enoughness, know that I was an amazing coach. I just connected with, look, I know my work is powerful. The work that I do, for one, has shifted my freaking life, but I know that it's actually transformed so many other people's lives. And I, would connect with, and there's this client, and there's this client, and there's this client, and there's this client, going through it all and just really connecting with it on a deep, 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 deep level. And I just came to a point where I made peace with, even if not another single person ever signs with me, if I don't make one more dollar in my business, I still know that I'm enough, right? I still know that I'm enough. I know that I'm a great coach. I know that my work is amazing. And having a quiet month, this was the other part I let go of, having a quiet month doesn't define me, right? It doesn't define me. It doesn't mean, because the meaning that I'd been attaching to it was maybe I'm not that good at this if I have a quiet month. So by being able to shift this and know that no, it doesn't mean that at all. I'm on this journey. I've got a really clear fucking vision of where I'm going. I'm going to just help thousands of women, and I'm going to explode my business. I'm going to transform so many lives. I'm going to have a massive impact on the world, right? I've got this vision, and having one quiet month in the middle of 2020 does not change that. And I was able to make peace with, it's so cool. It doesn't matter. It doesn't define me. And so letting go and releasing that feeling of being a failure then allowed me to step into the next month not being attached to the outcome, being able to set a clear goal and feel good about it happening, but knowing that even if it didn't, I would still be okay. I'm still worthy. I'm still enough. It doesn't mean anything about my abilities. Everything is still cool, right? So I hope you're kind of really getting this. And what that actually meant for my business, really, really releasing that attachment to the outcome, was that the next month or last month we've just had, I did 10 times the month before, right, in new sales in my business. So that's what I want you to get. Like, it's not your action. It's not your action. It's your energy. It's your feelings. It's your thoughts. It's your emotions. It's how you're feeling and thinking about your business. And any attachment to the outcome, right? Any attachment to the outcome. And what I mean by that is if you don't get your goal, if you don't get that desire or that manifestation, if you've got any negative meaning attached to it, like if I don't get it, it means that I'm a failure, it means I'm not good at this, it means that I'm not a great coach, or that my business is going to fail, or that people aren't going to like me, or that I'm going to be judged. If you've got any attachment to that outcome, you just can't get there from there, right? Because it's operating from a place of desperation. You've got to make peace with where you're at. You've got to know that you're enough no matter what, right? This is the key. This is the key. Like, I'm all about helping women build their businesses, but it's not about talking about whether or not a webinar or a funnel or a Facebook group is the right strategy for you, or YouTube or Instagram or whatever. It's none of that. You can do whatever you feel called to do. It's understanding this resistance that holds you from it, right? And it's the attachment to the outcome that really, really blocks most people. And often the thing is, the more we want something, right? The more we want something, generally the more resistance we put against it, because it's such a big deal for us, right? Because it's so important to us, we give it a lot of energy, we spend a lot of time thinking about it. And often that puts a lot of resistance in it. So it's absolutely the work to understand what those thoughts and those feelings are and being able to shift them, right? Really being able to shift them. So tune into what your desire, your goal is at the moment, and then really tune into feeling like, how do you feel about it? And also, how would you feel if you didn't get it, right? How would you feel if you didn't get that desire or goal? Is there any part of you that would feel like a failure, like you weren't good enough, like it's not working out for you? Because releasing that, letting that go, will change your reality, right? Will absolutely change your reality. So it's always shifting those feelings, shifting those emotions, shifting how you feel. Like, it's the difference, like I said, between 10 times in your income this month or not. Like, and it's funny because so the month I've just had has been my best month ever in business. And I took a week off as well. I went to Adelaide to visit my mum and took a week off, and still my income exploded. So I want you to get it. It's you become magnetic to your desires when you are operating from a place of knowing you're worthy, knowing you're enough, feeling abundant, not having any lackful, desperate energy, not having any energy of, if I don't get it, I'm a failure. That's a desperate energy, right? And look, I'm being really open and vulnerable here. Like, the month before, I was clearly still sitting in that place. Like I said, my business had certainly been growing, but there was obviously something that was still stuck, and it really, the month before last, played out for me. And, but it was a month that needed to happen. I needed to go through that to really deeply learn that lesson. And, that's just kind of another little side note that I just would love to say is realize that life is happening for you, right? The things that happen in your life, the hurdles in your business, the challenges in your business, they are coming to you to learn and grow. So if you want to expand to whatever that next level is, whatever those big goals and dreams and visions are, you've got to be able to expand, right? You've got to be, and the way to do that is to learn, right? Is to learn. And so often I don't like to say the universe is like testing us, but you absolutely need to learn the lesson. So whenever anything is not going how you want it to, just ask yourself, what is this teaching me right now, right? What is this teaching me? What can I learn from this? Or what is the lesson that I need to learn, right? Because that is going to be your key to moving forward. So for me, like I said, 2 months ago, having a really quiet month in my business was what needed to happen for me to really, really learn that lesson and be able to go within. And this is the thing, expanding your business, it all comes from within, right? It's doing the inner work. It's really looking at how you feel. And so for me, being able to release that outcome and just know that no matter what happened, I still felt good enough. I still just knew I was worthy. I was so sure of my work. I was connected to how I was transforming lives. And from that energy, things flow, right? I don't need it to happen to feel okay about myself. I know that I'm okay, and therefore I'm magnetic to bringing in more of that, right? More clients, more money, all of that. So what are you still holding on to? What do you need to release? What outcome do you still need to release? What do you need to let go of, right? What do you need to let go of? What are you still beating yourself up about? What are you feeling bad about? What are you worried about in your business? These are the things that you need to let go of, right? So if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling worried, if there's part of you that feels like a fraud or feels like a failure, I'll probably do another episode on the whole fraud thing. That's a big thing that comes up for a lot of clients. But what is it that you need to let go of? Really ask yourself those questions. It's always coming back and doing that inner work and releasing it. So whatever your goal is for this month, know that it can be yours, but release any attachment to needing it to happen for you to feel good about yourself. Choose to feel good now, regardless of the outcome. You can still call in that. You can still focus on it. You can still feel good about achieving that desire, but don't have any attachment to needing it to come to feel good about yourself. So I hope that has made so much sense for you. And one little quick announcement. I have a brand new little mini intensive called Aligned Abundance starting on the 16th of November, which I am so excited about. It's really bringing together the core of my work, the core of the processes. It's really all about exactly all of this, right? Getting clear goals, understanding how to recognize and release the resistance, and teaching you all the processes and tools that I use with clients, with one-on-one clients, to really release it. So it's a little mini intensive. It's going over 4 weeks. There's 2 live calls a week where I'll be teaching and then doing Q&A and coaching as well. So I'm going to pop the link in the show notes here. If you want to find out more about it, click on the link, read more about it. You can certainly send me an email, ask any questions, and I am so excited to have some of you in there and join me and help you really reach that next level. I hope that all made sense. Talk to you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. I hope you loved what you heard here and are excited for your expansion. If it resonated with you, then please screenshot this podcast and share it with your friends, and hashtag Soul Aligned Business Babes. And please rate and review so I can spread the word and keep bringing you more goodness. If you're not already following me on social media, come and join the party for extra inspiration and teachings. I do live trainings in my Facebook group, which you can join at facebook.com/groups/soulaligned.bb. You can follow me on Instagram at I am Susan Francis, or come to my website at susanfrancis.com.au and download your free manifestation meditation and check out what programs I'm currently offering. I'm so excited you joined me here today and can't wait to share the next episode with you. Until then, remember you are powerful beyond measure and your success is inevitable.